What the fuck is up? Check this out. This is the new show I was talking about, Serial Killer 101, with your host, Green ICP. What's up? Okay. Um, I'm gonna do two serial killers per show and talk as much as I know about them and rate them how I see how they should be rated from the ranges of 1 to 20. As you can tell from the spoof I did on Blue and CPN, it's kind of going to be similar like that, but it's going to be real. It's not going to be shit I just made up and fucked with them with. So, hope y'all like that spoof, by the way. That was some comical shit, I hope. Anyway, um, let's talk about the first serial killer. Let's talk about Ted Bundy. Alright. Ted Bundy. Ted Theodore Bundy. Fucking. Fuck. He was born illegitimately. His grandmother had to adopt him because his mom didn't want him, and most of his life he thought his mom that was really his grandmother, and then he thought his sister was not his sister, it's actually his mother. So that pretty much fucked his head up a little bit. And so, he goes to college, fucking try to become a lawyer and study to be a lawyer, shit like that. So he runs into this girl, and she is like very beautiful, very attractive. She has her hair parted down the middle, if you know what that means. Like kind of the hippie way back in the day type shit. So he fell in love with her. She broke his heart, and that fucked his ass up also. So that kind of made him go over the edge, pretty much. So, well, he first started just to, steal shit from the store and everything, rob people, hit them over the head, rob a good person, shit. Just girls mostly. Then he decided he wants to kill them. Only the girls though that have their hair parted down the middle and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like his old girlfriend. So he's killed a lot of people. Um, I believe he's claimed 31 people. One in which is a 14-year-old young girl that he did kill, which got him the death penalty for doing that. So there you go. Ted Bundy pretty much he escaped from jail twice. Fucking once he jumped out of a second story window, and the second time he climbed out through the air conditioning system in the prison. So when everything's pretty much said and done, he's really killed a lot of people. He likes to have sex with them and shit like that. So when everything's said and done, basically, he ends up getting the electric chair after like his appeals are all dried up after like 10 years of appeals. So he gets the electric chair. He was remorseful before he was executed. I believe his last words were "I'm sorry," and he was electrocuted. Um, so for his fucking acts of cruelty and violence and no fucking remorse for young children as well as normal adults, he has to be ranked up there to the top of the scale, which is 20, and that's pretty fucking high up there. Um, Moving on to the next serial killer, and he really wasn't originally a serial killer at first, but he just ended up that way. Talking about Ed Gein, also known as the Butcher of Plainfield. He inspired a couple movies, one Psycho, and the other one Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I'll tell you why. Um, his mom was like bad, beating him up, making him clean the house, all kinds of shit. So, he had to put up with all kinds of abuse, but he still loved his mom and shit 'cause that's all he had. So when she died, he he dug her up out of the grave, put her in the house, and kept her in the house. And her room is like clean as shit, while the whole rest of the house is fucked up. But she pretty much rotted away after a while, and he just made like lamps and stuff out of her and everything. So he wanted to do it again, but this time he did it to somebody else's mom that just died. And then, eventually she'd die, and then he'd do the same shit again. So I guess that got too boring for him. So he decides to go get normal people now, and people that are living, people that are around the age of like 65, shit like that, old women. So he finds this one woman and at the bar and stuff that owns the bar and stuff, and eventually she's a tough one, but he eventually got the best of her and brought her to the house. And to make a long story short, he made a sex. He made like a girl suit out of her body parts. Like he literally chopped off all of her body parts, titties, everything, and made like himself a little suit. And he would walk around with it on, with the titties and the ass and the fake puss. Well, it's not all fake; it's real. But he fucking another thing, which is what inspired Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Leatherface is that that's one of the things that Ed Gein would do is he would fucking actually cut the fucking faces right off, like cut them, peel them right off, and wear them like wear the whole person. Like he would be that person that he killed and shit. He would I don't know, but enough about him. Um, he was definitely mentally unstable, and the end of his life was when he had a heart attack. So let's end him for his fucking random acts of fucking cruelty and heinous fucking crimes and um, just total disregard for human life. And not only that, just cutting them up and making stuff out of them really, really, really puts them at the top of the scale, which is 20. So that's the end of the show for this series, and the next series is going to be Serial Killers 101 Part 2, which is going to be with Jeffrey Dahmer and, let's see here. I'll pick a girl. I'll pick Eileen Wuornos. So I pick Jeffrey Dahmer and Eileen Wuornos for the next fucking serial killers to talk about, and that's the end of the show. Fucking, I could be way more in depth and detail with it, but the videos like won't allow me to go that long. YouTube's like fuck you, so I'm like fuck. So I gotta make them short and sweet. So there you go, dude. Hope y'all liked it. Much power and love. Whoop whoop. Jack.